Hello, Professor Aragona and fellow classmates, and welcome to my video in which I'm going to be talking to you about my final lesson plan, double counting, which is a math lesson plan, and the game that I developed, the first option of game that I developed for it, which is named Hot Potato Skip Counting Game. I know the name is a little long, but it is basically about children being arranged on a circle. They would have to use any kind of object. In this occasion, in the demonstration that you're gonna see next, you're gonna see that they use a football and they're just passing it around. But as they pass the ball around, they have to pronounce a number. Each child has to skip the next classmate that they have next to them. They have to give it to the next person after that classmate. So they can understand visually what it means to skip count.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 2.
As you just observed, the last student that received the ball in the clip that we just watched is going to have to be removed from the game because he received help from their classmates. Students cannot help or receive help from other classmates. In this case, both the student that received the help and the student or the students that offer it are going to be out of the game automatically. However, for the purpose of this specific demonstration, the students that help the other are going to stay on the game so we can finish the explanation. Another rule that it has to be considered when playing this game is that anytime a student loses, the sequence has to start all over again. This way, students are going to be able to memorize and understand the sequence even more.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26.
If you were paying attention, you were able to see that the student with the beige shirt that has blue strips here on the left arm was basically thinking on the sequence in his head, trying to skip their numbers so he could say the right numbers. And that's what this game is seeking. Therefore, this game doesn't have any specific time restriction for that matter. We don't want a child to take 10 minutes or 5 minutes to think about the number, but we know that won't specifically happen. If it happens, it's under the discretion of the teacher if he or she wants to keep the student on the game. But I know that accommodations can be made depending on the time students need to think on their responses. If the child that is passing the ball fails to say the number when he or she receives the ball, then it's gonna be automatically out of the game. When they say the number, the next number on the sequence, if the person that is passing the ball gives the ball to the person that is next to them instead of skipping the next classmate, then that person that passed the ball wrong is going to be removed from the game. And the person that was right next to the person, if that person received the ball and took it, it's going to be also removed from the game. But if that child didn't take it and just say like that, like, oh, I don't want to take it, it doesn't belong to me right now in the sequence, that kid is going to be able to stay on the game still.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. No.
Additionally, I know this game can be a little tricky when having less students when getting to the end of the game. So when there are 4 or there are 3 children, it gets very confusing. But that is good because it helps children to think creatively. So when there's only 4 children will have to pass the ball around to the person that is in front of them. They're gonna pass it once and once and once until one of them fails.
2, 6.
So when there's 3 students, teacher needs to make sure that the children know in which direction they're playing to pass the ball because they will have to skip the person that is automatically next to them, and it's gonna look like they're passing it to the person that is next to them in the other direction. When this happens, it's gonna make children to think logically, and it's gonna also help them think what's next. So even if it's very tricky, teacher just needs to make sure that the children know in which direction the game is going, like in which direction they're passing the ball or the hot potato. Even if it's right or left, children need to know.
12, 14, 16, 20, 22, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 38, 40, 44, 46, 50, 52.
Moreover, if any student fails to hold the ball to grasp it when it is thrown to him or her, then that student is gonna be removed from the game as well. Moreover, this game needs to have a prize, and the teacher can decide if it's like extra time to complete a quiz or extra time playing academic games on the computer. This is under the discretion of the teacher. And we as teachers, the teacher that leads this lesson plan, has the opportunity of playing some background music, like fast pitch music, just to make it more challenging. But always making sure that the music is not too loud, that we as teachers cannot hear the numbers that the students are pronouncing. Lastly, when only two students are left in the game, the teacher can decide if having two winners or just allowing them to skip count just the numbers and not specifically skipping a classmate just to get only one winner. And for this specific situation, the teacher will have to explain to students what is expected from them in the final phase and even practice with them to make sure they understand that they don't have to skip nobody right now, just skip counting. Do it. 1, 2, 3.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 19.
The winner, give me a high five.
I am young and my age is 7. My name is Daniel and I have 8 years old. My name is Amelia and I'm 7 years old. Hi, my name is Camila Felix. I'm 7 years old.
As you may have observed, the children that participated in this video are from different age groups, 11, 12, 8, 9. Thank you to them and to their parents for allowing me to just record them and to learn the game for this purpose. Additionally, the ones that said their names and their ages at the end are children under the ages that are under the developmental age appropriate for this lesson plan, 7 and 8 years old, first and second graders. Lastly, I want to thank you all for watching my video, and I want to wish you a great winter break and that you enjoy it so much with your family and friends. Bye.